Hi, Professor Ponsler. I apologize for how I look and how I sound. I actually tested positive for strep like an hour ago, so if my voice says something funny, I apologize. Anyway, social media is an ever-growing, vast platform used widely by many types of people. It is easily accessible and can be mastered quickly. If used correctly, social media can be useful as well as therapeutic by allowing people to communicate with distant relatives and meet others with similar interests to them. But if used incorrectly, it has many damaging effects. The central idea of this speech is to inform you why social media is harming our society. Growing up in a generation where social media is a new way of life leaves me with a lot of knowledge on the topic. To introduce you to the three main topics, they will be health risks, dangers, and peer pressure. To begin, there are many health risks associated with excessive social media usage. Students most often struggle with sleep deprivation because of social media. Staying up late to scroll through TikTok may seem more innocent than it actually is. The most serious potential problem associated with chronic sleep deprivation are high blood pressure, diabetes, heart attack, heart failure, or stroke. Sleepiness can cause accidents, such as a car crash driving to school. Students or innocent bystanders could be killed. A dependency on caffeine can become a lifelong addiction. Caffeine is considered a drug, and many students have already developed a reliance. Withdrawal symptoms are the unpleasant physical and mental effects that result when you stop doing or taking a drug that has become a habit. Common symptoms of caffeine withdrawal include headache, fatigue, low energy, irritability, anxiety, poor concentration, depressed moods, and tremors, which can last anywhere from 2 to 9 days. Because it is such a convenience, social media accounts can be manipulated. By creating a new identity, you can become an unknown predator. Sexual predators are exceptionally skilled at using social media to identify and groom children for later sexual contact. That is a quote from Justin Healy in the work of Social Media and Young People in 2018. Predators can protect themselves behind a screen to stalk and torment innocent users of the app or website. Due to social media and other factors, there has been a significant increase in human trafficking. Social media can be a risk to families. Geotagging refers to location data being embedded in images taken on smartphones and some digital cameras. Location information can also be shared by some apps and by checking in on Facebook. When images are shared online, the location data can be accessed by others, potentially revealing a home address to strangers or telling thieves that you're away on holiday. That was also Justin Healy in the work of Social Media and Young People in 2018. When a post is made online that someone is away from home, this gives an incentive to burglars that a house is unoccupied. According to the FBI, complaints involving social media crime have quadrupled since 2009. This was a quote from Peggy Parks in the work of Social Media in 2017. Many older people use dating apps and apps with a large presence of kids to lure and groom victims. The predator will befriend the child and use many tactics to make them feel more comfortable and safer. Because of the popularity of social media, teens feel pressured to join in. On these apps are many influencers, models, and celebrities. The images of these people are heavily photoshopped. They do not appear how they truly are. This impacts the body image of many people. According to the National Institute on Media and Family, the medical statistics point to a problem. 53% of 13-year-old girls are dissatisfied with their appearance, and when they reach 17, the number jumps to 78%. This is a quote from Aaron Cunningham in the work of Our Photoshopping Disorder in 2018. For some, this is too much pressure. Mental disorders as well as eating disorders can be the effects of this. Here I'm going to show you a borrowed digital image. This is made by Samir Hinduja and Justin Patchen in 2016. Here you can see this is percent, and the red represents the number of people, middle school and high school students, that have suicidal ideation. And here is online and at school bullying. and it is much higher when the online factor is included. A heavy activity on social media can possibly lead to a higher risk of depression, anxiety, loneliness, self-harm, and suicidal thoughts. Bullying is nothing new, but the power of social media can increase a bully's reach and influence. People can send harassing words and images anonymously. They can spread embarrassing material to all a person's friends with the click of a button. They can bully a victim continuously, night and day, with relatively little effort. This is a quote made by Bonnie Hinman in the work Teens in Social Media in 2017. On account of these numerous points, it can be considered that social media is negatively affecting our society. Keeping users engaged with social media sites increases the number of ads that are seen and the amount of money the social media site earns. As a result, social media companies do everything that they can to keep their users engaged with their sites. This includes an array of techniques developed by the gambling industry, the advertising industry, and their own research. These techniques trigger reactions in the brain that can be addictive. This is a quote from Bradley Stevens in the work of Social Media Addiction in 2020. This is how minds are being manipulated to keep the people coming back for more. This corruption needs to be halted immediately before it is too late.